The NFL Today on CBS Sports is presented by Ram Trucks, built to serve.
And welcome back to the NFL Today. And now Amazon takes you out to the sights and sounds of the game between the Browns and the Bengals. Let's take you out to Cincinnati with our announcers, Spiro Ditas and Adam Archuleta.
JB here in the Queen City. Overcast skies, temperatures in the mid to low 40s. Starting to feel like football weather as we are set inside Paul Brown Stadium, where they're expecting upwards of 12,000 for the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. It is a matchup between two former Heisman Trophy winning quarterbacks. Baker Mayfield under the microscope this week after his struggles last Sunday in Pittsburgh. And Joe Burrow, his evolution as a rookie quarterback continues. Can he secure his first win in the division as an NFL starter? Hi, everyone. Welcome to the NFL on CBS alongside Adam Archuleta. I'm Spiro Ditas. The Cleveland Browns, boy, such a disappointing performance last week in one of the biggest regular season games they've played, Arch, in recent memory. And if they fancy themselves a contender, this is a game they have to win today.
Well, the Browns had a chance last week to make a statement, but they were dominated by Pittsburgh. For Cincinnati, they are playing better, and you're seeing some signs, but they just can't figure out a way to put four solid quarters together.
All right, let's dive into this Cleveland team. Baker Mayfield still playing with that cracked rib. He's not going to get much sympathy from Browns fans, certainly not from the opposition, but 2 interceptions each of their last 2 games. He's really struggled.
Well, the scrutiny is there, Spiro, because when he's been at his best, he's been more of a game manager, and when he's played his worst, it's been against the top defenses. Now, one thing that continues to show up when you study his turnovers is how he locks onto his target and how he doesn't seem to see the extra defender in the middle of the field. You saw that against the Colts, and then it showed up again last week, locking onto the slant, and he doesn't see Minkah Fitzpatrick coming down from the secondary, stealing it, and going the other way. Now, the questions are going to continue to be there, and until he plays his best against the top teams and the top defenses, the scrutiny will be there, and he will always have to answer those questions.
Meantime, Cincinnati, boy, what a disappointing finish to that game last week. They jump out in Indianapolis, had the 21-0 lead before the Colts came back to win. Second largest blown lead in Bengals franchise history. However, the impressive play of their first-year quarterback has been the story for this team.
Joe Burrow leads the league in attempts and completions, and Zach Taylor is not afraid to put the ball on his hands and let him just wing it. Now, his pre-snap recognition of the defense is what's really starting to show. The Colts showing a delayed blitz, but he knows that he has this thing protected. Has the patience, one-on-one on the outside, and throws a beauty for T. Higgins down the sideline. But he's still young, and he's still learning, and this time the Colts bait him. Showing pressure, man-to-man look, but on the snap, they're going to drop back and they're going to play zone. Burrow thinks that he has a seam down the middle, but doesn't see that backside safety. The one thing I would love to see from Burrow in this offense is the downfield passing game. Only 2 completions when he's thrown the ball over 20 yards this season. Spiro, that is the next step.
Well, they're at a big disadvantage today. Big piece of injury news. No Joe Mixon, their star running back, re-aggravated that right foot injury last week. And so Giovanni Bernard, the longtime mainstay dual threat back, is their lead running back today. Meantime, do Project Smarter, presented by the Home Depot.
Browns have a powerful running game, but they also have 2 players that are pretty good receivers outside. Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham Jr., to me, have to be a more featured part of this offense to give them balance. T. Higgins is not the only rookie on this offense. 125 yards last week and showing that he can catch that ball down the field. The Browns have to get back to dominating the line of scrimmage. That is the calling card of this football team. Didn't happen last week. And for the Bengals, up front, you've got to get after Baker Mayfield. You've got to try and force him into making that bad mistake.
Well, the Browns took the first meeting between these two teams back in Cleveland in Week 2 in a high-scoring affair. What happens today in an AFC North battle here in Cincinnati? You're watching the NFL on CBS. on CBS presents this Week 7 matchup in the AFC North between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. And we will have the opening kick from downtown Cincinnati right after this. You're watching the NFL on CBS.